So you're needing help with your lawn. Wouldn't it be great if a golf course superintendent with almost 40 years of experience in golf course maintenance, management, and construction helped you with your lawn? Maybe an agronomist, a North Carolina State University graduate, can cue you in on only 2 products. 1, 2. That will not only fertilize your lawn, control the weeds you currently have, and ones you will have throughout the season. And the second product will not only control the grubs for the entire season, and it's safe for pollinators and has one of the lowest, if not the lowest, toxicity of any insecticide that you could possibly put on your lawn. Today's your lucky day. I'm going to do that for you. Let me introduce myself. I'm agronomist Greg Phillips, host of Home Lawn Care with Greg Phillips here on YouTube. I am in my 3rd year, and what I do on my channel is I try to help the common homeowner with common products that you can find at your local store that gets you the best possible yard. Not only are we focused on saving you time, money, we also are supported by the agronomics of over 40 years, nearly 40 years of experience in golf course management and construction. So today I'm going to talk about 2 products that you can find at your local store that you can put on your lawn and go from this to this spring. So you're probably thinking, I bet you it's something I got to put in a spray tank and mix and do this and that. It's something. It's a low brand fertilizer. Been doing this, like I said, for nearly 40 years, and I can say this is one of the best, if not the best fertilizer I have seen as far as nitrogen sources, meaning greening up your yard, see the results, than anything I've ever put out. I go over it at length in this video. If you guys want to really understand, and I encourage you to do this, know how these fertilizers release into your yard and what they actually do. I am also going to go over the active ingredients in this very briefly here. It's important that you know what you're putting out, not only for the health of your lawn, but also really what you're dealing with as far as someone putting something on your lawn, your pets, your family, etc., so on and so forth. I try to do that in these videos so you really understand, and it makes you a much better shopper. So you know the Lowe's brand, what it has in it, how it releases the active ingredients. You can compare it to the other brands and go, heck, this is the same thing. And in this case, even better. So check out that video as far as this releases, but it has 2 products in it, sulfur and a polymer-coated urea in it. Urea is a nitrogen source in it. That's what makes your yard green and keeps things growing. The sulfur-coated urea will feed your lawn anywhere from 6 to 8 weeks. The polymer coating will feed your lawn based on temperature. For example, here we are April 2nd, okay? It's a nice warm day. It's pushing almost 83 degrees today. That polymer coating will be feeding your lawn. It rained last night, so it's really feeding my lawn very well right now. I've had snow in the middle of April. You know what happens when it gets real cold? It slows down. So what happens is, and that's how this treats you, anywhere from 12 to 16 weeks of nitrogen source on your lawn from this product with that polymer coating because it's a temperature dependent release. Now, as far as the herbicides in it, it has 2,4-D and dicamba. Those are 2 broadleaf weed herbicides. What do I mean by broadleaf weeds? Dandelion, clover, chickweed, henbit, anything in your yard pretty much that blooms, throws a flower out. Those 2 products will control those post-emergent, meaning you're seeing them now, this will take care of it. It also has quinclorac in it. What's quinclorac? Quinclorac controls grassy weeds specifically very good on crabgrass. So if you're going out late, for instance, I'm releasing this video in early April. If you're in May or even early June, you can put this product out and it will control those young crabgrasses very well. Also, it has diflupir in it. What is diflupir? Diflupir is a pre-emergent herbicide. That's your weed and feed and season-long control. You put out the diflupir, and that will control your grassy weeds and the rest of the weeds coming into summer. So we got post-emergent, anything that's there, pre-emergent, anything that will be coming up for the season, and we're going to be feeding it. Now, how many times we put this out? If you are watching this in early April, try to put this out as soon as you can. You want to put it out in early April. You could put it out again if you wished to go ahead and put that in June. Early June, that will only get you all the way through the year That summer year, controlling the grassy weeds that will be coming up, it also controls broadleaf weeds too. That diclofenac here, it's a very, very diverse pre-emergent herbicide, and it will control all those weeds and feed your lawn. There again, this will feed 12 to 16 weeks. And for everybody, warm and cool season grasses, with the exception of Bahia grass, St. Augustine, and centipede. I'll put up another product down here for you guys. You have some special needs, particularly with that 2,4-D product in it. But for the rest of you, this would be an excellent choice, getting the weeds on your lawn and getting things growing this spring. Now let's talk about insect control and our second product that we're going to be putting out. Nearly 40 years ago, I started my journey in maintaining turf grass. And the reason why I got into this is I like to see the fruits of my labor. If I can help you drive up to your house, look at it and go, hey, look what I did, that is the main goal of my channel. That's why I'm taking my nearly 4 decades of experience, my agronomy degree from North Carolina State University, and putting practical advice together in these videos that helps you, the homeowner, have that same joy that I have found over the last 40 years. If you subscribe and hit the bell to this channel, you will get notifications when I be putting videos up. I keep them very timely. So if you hit that bell, you'll get those notifications. And I can tell you, the main thing is timing on this. But if you do get those notifications, it'll give you heads up in things you might want to be thinking about putting on your lawn, give you an opportunity to learn something, and make you a better turf manager. So let's talk about grub control. And that's usually what they really lose grass in that late July, early August time frame, mid-August time frame. That's when grubs really devastate you. They actually have two times they feed on your lawn. One is in the spring, and I have a lot of folks say, oh, I see grubs in my yard. Yes, you will, but actually right now it'll actually outgrow it. So don't worry about grubs so much in the spring. It's the July, August time that you really need to worry about grubs. And how we're going to do this with the second product is Scott's Grub EX with the active ingredient Chlorantraniliprole in it. Now, I want to be real specific on this. I would not use anything else on the lawn, any other product on the lawn, for grub control that does not have the active ingredient Chlorantraniliprole in it. The reason being is twofold. One, most importantly, it's safe for pollinators. Will not harm bees. I used a product called imidacloprid, merit, which is the common word for it, for decades on golf courses. It can actually get into the plant, get into the flower, and actually get on pollinators when they bring the pollen out, and they can actually harm them. Chlorantraniliprole will not do that. I would not use anything else on my lawn for grub control. Also suppresses cutworms and armyworms, some other insects, than a Chlorantraniliprole product. That's why I'm telling you about the Scott's Grub EX. In addition, it lasts longer than the Merit imidacloprid product. So this will control your grubs, particularly if you put this out late April into that mid-May time frame. It lasts 3 to 4 months easily, longer than the imidacloprid. I've had times where I've put out imidacloprid, went out in that mid-May time frame, and it's kind of worn out on me there in late August. I've had some grub damage. Put this out that mid-May time frame, you should be in great shape as far as your grub control. General instructions on how to apply. Always read the label on these. You should always read the label on anything you're putting out to educate yourself, not only to protect your lawn, make sure you're putting it out correctly, but you know the products you're putting out. But on both of these, they do need to be watered in. That Grub EX needs to be watered in so it gets into the plant. It is what they know as a systemic insecticide, meaning it gets into the plant and stays there. And when the grub comes up and chews on it, it kills the grub. So you need to water it in so it gets into the plant. The weed and feed product, what you will need to do, not really all that complicated, but there's a couple things you need here. One, you don't want to mow 2 days prior or 2 days after. And if you think about it, it makes total sense. If you mow let's say you mow it and then that same day you go out and put it on. Well, you've mowed all the leaves off of those weeds that are on your lawn. You need those weed leaves there so that product lays on it and it's absorbed. That herbicide has the ability to absorb into that plant and that 2,4-D dicamba go to work for you. In addition, when you put it out, you want it a little moist. You can put it out during a heavy dew, or you could just take your garden hose out and just simply go out and do a really quick, and I would do this either late in the evening or very early in the morning. If you do it midday, it may dry up. Okay. Let's say that, sunny, you go out, you hope with the garden hose. By the time you get everything ready to go, the last little bit of your yard, it may not be wet enough for that to sit on that leaf blade. You want that product, okay, because it's been sprayed on that fertilizer. You want that product to sit on that leaf blade and a little bit of moisture get into it. So that way it gets in that leaf and it's absorbed by the leaf. Don't mow 2 days prior. Put it on when it's wet so it sits there a little while with a little bit of moisture on it. Then, because it has that dichlorapyr in it, it needs to be watered in. How pre-emergent herbicides work is they hang out there at the soil surface and they prevent weeds or actually they actually prevent the roots from developing. That's why on mature grass it doesn't hurt it. But it forms a barrier on your soil surface for the season. So when you can do it the day after. I would probably wait for the second day and water it in. If you get a rain, that's fine too. That's ideal. Put it out. You get a good rainstorm coming. Water that dichlorapyr in, and that'll be just fine. Now, as far as, and sometimes I've ran into this, and I'll kind of help you out here. Sometimes you put something out and you think, I'm going to get rain, and you don't get it. How many days after you put it out do you have to get it watered in? Once when you get to that 6th, 7th, 8th day, you really need to start thinking about maybe going out there with a hose and really watering it in fairly well. It can last as long as 10 without being watered in, but just to be safe, if you haven't had any rain, need about a 1/4 inch sometime in that time frame. Water that in and get the soil surface. That's it. Only 2 products. The only thing that is really missing out of this is disease control. And if you guys want to check out this video right here, I go through that. I will go through disease control a little bit more here in the next week or two. But majority of you, this will pretty much do anything you need to get done to your lawn. And as you get more and more confident, comfortable, and as your yard develops, you can get deeper and deeper into maintaining your lawn. Disease, we're talking about seeding. I have a seed video. What I'm going to do in a lot of these videos, I'm going to start putting some calendars here on the screen, so that way you get an idea of exactly when you need to be putting products out. I'm going to take you through the year of when you need to be doing things and to give you an idea so you can have the absolute pleasure in taking pride in what you've done. I'm agronomist Greg Phillips. Appreciate you watching. Thanks.